PCB mount DB23 connectors are very difficult to find. They can be bought new from one supplier that I know of, but they're not cheap, and they're not Foxconn parts, but that doesn't really matter. But they're for the video out and the floppy drive out, and so the pins are often in good condition on the video because there's been a cable plugged in all its whole life, and the floppy is well, it depends, but some boards are quite rusty, some are not, and this one's pretty good. So I've decided to salvage the connectors from this one and use them in my remake, which is slightly risky, but only slightly, in that it'd be a shame if they deteriorated first, but turns out I can do the rework anyway. So this is a de-soldering gun. I need to talk about these things. They make this sound when they can suck through. You can hear a hiss, plus you can hear and if they're blocked up, the pump revs harder, and that's because it establishes a vacuum, and then the impeller spins freely in a vacuum. They block up very easily in my experience. Part of why I've got this board propped up on an angle, so that this isn't sucking directly uphill. And to help keep it blocked up, you'll notice I put it on, I pull the trigger, and the trigger is still pulled in as the tool leaves the surface. And that has the added benefit of letting me know if it has been sucking freely while it's on the job. If it has been, there'll be a very minimum amount of change in the tone of the pump as I remove the tool. Did you hear that didn't change when I removed the tool? That is absolutely cleaned out. That one, it dropped a little bit, which means that it wasn't sucking absolutely freely. It doesn't mean it's not clean, but it means it's not as clean as the other one. Not too bad. As with all of these things, they're really paint by numbers. See, that's the technique, and I think it's the only way to stop these from blocking up, and the audible feedback is very important. I developed the technique to make sure that there was opportunity to flush out the vacuum tube, but it was immediately useful because of the ability to get a sense for how freely the solder was flowing.